Brawlers, baby.
Question first. I'll hand her the phone.
All right, let's do Fei first. What's going on, Boxing World? It's your boy Rick Muhammad, Brawler Sports Media in the building. My associates at 3kingsboxing.com, Studio 9. We got the lovely, talented, up-and-coming prospect from Catskill, New York, still doing her thing. And I'm going to try to pronounce your first name, Fei. Fei. How you say it, Fei?
It's Fei Faiva.
Fei Faiva, a.k.a. Fei, because you'll butcher that name just like I did. What's happening, champ? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Oh, man, what can I say? Here we are, 4 fights later with 3 knockouts since your pro debut. And, I mean, you are just serving everybody up. How do you feel? What have you endured and learned since your first pro fight, Fei? Not that they last that long to really get much out of them, but what have you learned and taken from the 4 fights that you have had thus far?
Well, are you saying what I have learned from my fights or like in training camp?
Yeah, from your fights?
From my fights. Well, I have learned that my head movement has become an effective tool in helping me actually get these first-round knockouts, and I'll explain more about that. The main reason why, because how I get my first-round knockouts is I keep coming towards my opponent. I'm always trying to work my way in to where I'm at that range where I can hit them with the punches I want. But in order for me to do that, right, I know that my opponents are going to throw punches at me, and my head movement allows me to get in safely, and I'm able to attack off of that immediately because I'm always in position to punch.
Absolutely. And I see that from the 4 fights that I've watched. It's the lateral upper torso side to side, because as you're moving side to side, that left foot is steady, gradually closing that gap, and you're scooting closer and closer as you make that side to side lateral movement. And before you know it, you're in attack mode, and you just start digging and well into the body, and you bring it back up to the head, which is that's phenomenal for somebody to be as young in the sport and just starting out like yourself. It's almost kind of like you're intermediate seasoned veteran already. So kudos to you for doing that. Where do you see your career going now moving forward? You're 4-0, 3 knockouts. I mean, what would you like to do? I understand you may have one more fight to close the year out, maybe December 7th. I was going to confirm that with you and your team in the interview today. And then going into 2020, what would you like to see happen for Team Faiva and for Fei in the sport of boxing moving forward?
Well, I haven't discussed any future plans as of for next year with my team, but I do have a personal goal myself, which is I want to have at least by next year, September, I want to have at least a total of 15 fights.
And that's doable. That's very doable. And I was just saying to Kyle, because of the way the women's boxing is set up, it's not half as many fights that you have to have for the men to have 20 fights before they get ranked, before they get even discuss a title shot. In the women's division, it's very, very different. I can see you having a title shot offered to you by mid or late next year, 2021, and a strap around your waist. That's my own personal prediction, and that is very doable in the women's boxing division, if you will. And now, are you going to stay at 126 pounds is what I've been told by Kyle, that 126 is probably a comfort zone for you. And being 18 years old, your metabolism burns so very fast. You're not killing yourself or starving yourself to make that 126-pound weight class. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. Because I can say, like we were discussing at your pro debut, Kyle was like, man, she could fight 126, 130, 135. And then when he saw you fought last weekend, he was like, she can even do 118. I'm like, oh, you're going to have Fei now looking like a skeleton in the video. So that's cool. So I'm gonna speak with your trainer real quick, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna go to Kyle, and then I'm gonna come back to you to close it out. So let's get Mr. Darren Ruff on the line here.
Okay.
Hello.
What's up, Coach? How you doing, brother?
How you doing? Good. Yourself?
Oh man, I'm blessed. So you have to be like the happiest guy. Hold the camera up. There you go. You got to be the happiest guy to be so lucky to have a gym in the rough like Fei, man. Because I mean, she's delivering everything that you're obviously teaching and telling, and she's going out and executing. We got guys that aren't doing that. You know what I mean? How does that? How do you embrace her?
You know, it's a blessing. It's a blessing because, you know, not many people come along like her, especially women.
Absolutely.
You know, they don't punch and they don't move like her. So when to see someone like her come along, it's like, wow, you got something special here. Yeah,
man. She can go. What amazes me about Fei is the on the spot corrections and the adjustments. If there's ever time for you to tell her to make any, because she never comes back from the first round to start round 2. So she automatically goes out from the bell knowing what you are expecting of her. And she goes right out and executes brilliantly, establish her jab. She closes that gap. She attacks to the body, brings it back up to the head, and it's lights out. Game is over.
Yeah. And basically she does what she practices every day. You know, we work on those things, and basically she takes the game plan into the fight and she executes it and makes it easy. And I told her, anytime you fight the way you train the way you fight,
absolutely,
that's the results you're gonna get. And
that's what the fans, I'll be trying to explain that when I'm doing these shows for the boxing fans, because you fight like you train. Yep. And you're only going to get anything out of life, whether it's sports, your job, whatever. You're only going to get out of life what you put in it.
That's true.
Don't put 110% in, you're not going to get 110% back. So if she's training and fighting the same way that she trains, it's like second nature. As soon as she gets in the ring, it's like Fei is programmed. She already knows what to go out there and do.
Yep.
Moving forward, what are your goals? How do you see this whole thing, unfolding? Because it's unfolding rapidly, I'm sure, beyond anybody's, imagination right now. And I can tell you it's going to happen faster than any of you guys expected.
Yeah, well, myself, Kyle, and George, and Fei, the whole team, we'll sit down and we'll reassess after her next fight. And then we'll see where it takes us. Right now she's doing 4 rounders. And after this next fight, we'll look at next year and see we go to 6 rounders and 8 rounders and see how she does. And then we'll go from there. 6
rounders will be a breeze. Hey, in my Martin Lawrence. The way, she's so young, and she's a natural for a female fighter. And I believe Fei, her workout regimen that I've seen tape of, the way you guys have her grinding in that gym, 6 rounds isn't going to be any problem for her. She's 18 years old. She's young. She has plenty of energy to burn. It's going to be a breeze. And then, not to say that to just like super hype Fei, but from watching her, once you've been doing this for a while, you can see pretty much where she's headed.
Yep. But the thing is, she still needs the experience, though, to go to 6 rounds.
Absolutely.
So that way, when she does, get in a fight where it's going to be, she's going to eventually reach a tough opponent, and she goes into the deeper round, she's going to have experience to do it.
Absolutely, because eventually that level of competition, those test fights will come about where opportunity knocks in. As a team, once you know your product, you'll be like, hey, you know what, guys? We believe in Fei solely enough to go in here and turn this B side around to an A side and get the victory.
Exactly.
As I've reached out to, I shared with Kyle, I'm good friends with Eddie Hearns and them. I sent her footage in an email, and Eddie's people responded back right away. So, like I said, this thing is going to happen faster than anybody anticipated for Fei. And I'm just, I'm proud of her and glad that you guys are working with her, carrying her the right way, because it's all about trust in this business. It's such a dirty, grimy business, if you will.
That's true.
It's about what you put in your circle and the people around you that makes the dream team work.
That's true. That is so true. Trust is everything. You got to trust everybody around you. Without the trust, you got nothing.
You got nothing. You got nothing.
Yeah.
All right, brother Darren. Hey, man, where can the fans find your social media if they want to follow along with you guys in the gym and everything like that?
Pretty much the gym website, the Custom Model KO Boxing Gym's website. That's where you can find information.
And then you guys you got a Facebook page as well, right?
We got a Facebook.
Yes, you have for Fei, you have Fei Faiva.
Fei Faiva. Yes, Fei Faiva.
That's her Facebook page. Our Facebook page here is the Custom Model KO Boxing Gym in Corp, INC. So if you go on there, there's a couple of pages on there, but it's not ours. You can see the incorporated, and you'll see us right on it. And then Fei also have Instagram, and she has Twitter. So it's at Fei Faiva on both Instagram and Twitter.
Roger that.
And, her Facebook page is Fei Faiva.
Okay, and then for the fans who don't know who this gentleman is, this is Mr. Kyle Lyles. This is Fei's manager, who's been working with her and been knowing Fei for quite some time until when she was an amateur. And now once she began the sights of turning pro, Kyle Lyles put her under his wing, and he's doing a great job with her, moving her. She's already 4-0, 3 knockouts. And for what I understand, she's fighting again December 7th, Kyle? Maybe?
Georgia on December 12th.
December 12th. Where is that going to be at?
Well, it's actually outside of Atlanta in Jonesboro, Georgia. Just outside of Atlanta. Her opponent is Ayala Lopez.
This will be her 5th fight and probably going to be Fei's 4th KO. We'll see. You know, if the opponent cooperates, you don't go looking for that knockout. How are you so far feeling about the progress with Fei? How attentive Fei is with training and goes out and executes so nicely in her fights the way she has been. What as a manager, how do you feel about Fei?
Well, I think she's on a pretty speedy track, which we wanted to get her on to get her the experience. So that's one reason why we're not going to rush it. We're going to let her gain her experience. I think right now she's probably on track, if not ahead of the game, but we're still not going to speed it up anymore. We're going to, like you said, reassess after December 12th, but it would be nice to get her to 10-0 with 4 rounders. But the next 5 fights will come in the next couple of months. So we're keeping her on that kind of pace and then go to a 6-round fights. But as far as her progress, continue to work hard every day. Her trainers are right here, working on different things. She's working on some uppercuts and different things. So I love where we're at right now. I think that we're right where we want to be. I think we're moving along pretty good. And I think we'll continue to have success as long as she continues to work as hard as she is. And there's no question in my mind she will do that.
Absolutely. And these guys train, mind you, at the legendary Custom Models Gym in Catskill, New York, where Fei is currently residing. And the same gym that everybody knows, former heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson, trained in Custom Models Gym. He trained under Custom Model, Kevin Rooney and all those guys. And I mean, man, that's got to be monumental for you guys to be in that same gym.
Well, the thing about it is the trainers that are actually training them were in the gym at the exact same time with Mike. They were here before Mike got here. So they were here when Mike arrived, and they got trained under Cuss. They got trained under Teddy and under Kevin. So, I mean, they got taught right by the legendary Cuss himself. So the style that you see Fei has is exactly what they were taught. So, there's no surprise she looked as good as she is. And then between the 2 trainers, I mean, they're really teaching her, taking her time with her, and she's getting really sharp with the style. She's perfecting it little by little.
All right, and that's the manager, Kyle Lau. Let me speak to Fei one last time and close this out so she can get on about her day. I know you guys just got through training. I appreciate the time for giving me. Champ, how you doing? I just want to thank you, man, once again. You're so humble and real kind about giving me the interviews and everything. I enjoy following you. I'll continue to do that. I am a part of Team Faiva, if you will. And me and your managers, Kyle, we go back and we have done good business together, and that will never change. Real quick, tell the fans again your name and how they can follow you on your social media and then I'm gonna let you get out of here. And then don't forget to tell them they're watching Brawler Sports Media.
Okay. So my name is Fei Faiva, and you can follow me on Facebook at Fei Faiva. It's my full name, and I do have a Instagram, right?
Yeah, Instagram
what is
and
it?
Twitter. It's
And Twitter?
at Fei Faiva.
Oh, okay. So I do have an Instagram and Twitter. It's at Fei Faiva, and
Brawler Sports.
yes, and you're watching Brawler Sports. And thank you, Rick, for having me and my team on your show. I really appreciate your time. Thank you, man.
No problem. Thank you guys for giving me your time. We're gonna enjoy this roller coaster of a ride that you keep giving us, and all the fans. I hear them in the audience say, "Oh wow, that girl can hit! Oh my God!" And you just keep knocking them out, champ. All right, it's your boy Rick Muhammad, Brawler Sports Media in the building. My associates at 3kingsboxing.com and Studio 9. We have Fei Faiva from Catskill, New York, up and coming female prospect. Hey, there's a new sheriff in town, ladies, and y'all better be ready. Thank you, Fei, for your time. God bless you, and good luck on December 12th.
Okay, thank you, Rick.
All right, out here.
Brawlers, baby.
Brawlers, baby.